What is up, guys? We're back, and here's part 2 of reacting to top 15 scariest YouTube videos with links.
Hey, I'm here. Hello.
And also, guys, in part 1 of this, I forgot to put an intro and outro because, yeah.
LMAO.
Hopefully, I won't forget this time. But yeah, guys, let's hop straight into this. We were on, I don't even know.
We see some young girl, or possibly doll, sitting at a dinner room table. A bowl sits in front of her, and there's a fire behind her through the window. Her stare is so strong and creepy that you almost can't look at her while she stares straight into your soul. The first time she speaks, you can't really make out what she says. The camera zooms out and she drops her face into the bowl. When she picks her head back up to speak again, she clearly says, "There is nothing."
Okay, guys, that voice is
That's just
horrifying.
That's screwed up.
That voice is horrifying enough. Also, guys, sorry, but we are sitting in a basement. We're sitting on the dirt. We're sitting in a basement, and we're sitting in.
Look on the camera. Look, fix it.
Hold on, guys. I'll fix it. That better. Okay. We're sitting in a dark side of the basement, so.
No, just the light's coming in.
Yeah. Just...
The video was created by filmmaker and artist David B. Earl. He said that he created the very short film in a way that makes it possible to loop the video over and over again without any clue of where it begins and ends. According to Earl, the piece was inspired by the personal paradoxical desire for empirical proof that there is nothing on the other side of life. Number 9. Performance Olivier de Sagazon. So this video starts out with a pretty average looking guy having a seat in front of a dark gray background. He doesn't say much at first. He just starts taking his clothes off and bathing himself in clay, which he paints over and layers on multiple times. He does begin saying things later in the video in a seemingly exhausted voice. He also makes disturbing noises. As he layers on the clay and paint and cuts eye holes and a mouth opening for himself, things become pretty disturbing. As the video goes on, things honestly just get worse and worse. There's almost a sense of panic created as you question what is going on and what terrible thing is going to happen next. The video was at one point associated with the creepypasta titled Gateway of the Mind, a story that explains how a group of scientists cut off all of a man's senses, after which he essentially loses his mind. This video doesn't really match up well with that creepypasta though, considering the different time periods and general lack of similarity. The shocking video is actually an art project of the man mentioned in the title. Either way, coming across something like this will probably cause you to not sleep for several days until you've finished extensive research on this matter.
Yeah, we definitely ain't gonna be sleeping well for a while after seeing this.
It just, he looks like he's deformed. It looks like that's actually his, like, skin. But you just know it's
Number 8. The Wyoming Incident. This is a video collected from November 1987. 2 news stations had their broadcasts interrupted by a hacker. The screen displays a message titled Special Presentation. It continues on with clips of heads and grayscale and more disturbing and personal messages. Number 7. My dead great-grandma's coffin in my own backyard. There's not much to be said about this video that can't be seen. To summarize things, this man posts a video explaining that his great-grandmother's burial site could no longer keep up with the groundswork for her casket. This man, being the only living relative, offers to take the casket off their hands. Since he doesn't have anywhere else to put it, he just holds the casket in his backyard. Everything seems pretty reasonable, and although it's not something most of us would do, it does seem to make more sense than what follows. The man goes on to open the casket and give a full view of the corpse. He also leans in to peck his great-grandma on the lips. Actually, he does more than peck her on the lips. He kisses her old decayed corpse multiple times. Number 6. K-Fee car commercial.
Okay,
guys.
one, that other clip was that's disgusting. Necrophilia is just disgusting.
Hold on, if you guys have never seen this one, then just
No,
watch.
spoilers. There's a jump scare that happens. We've already seen this one.
Who hasn't?
This is probably one of the most popular jump scare videos ever. It's been viewed about 3 million times on most of the channels that have uploaded it. On that same note, it has been uploaded by numerous channels into numerous pages, not to mention all the reaction videos that are circulating out there. Well, the video itself is pretty terrifying. It's nothing more than a well-played ad. It features a beautiful scenic view of a car traveling through a very bountiful setting. Everything seems all nice and calm until this gruesome and truly nightmare-fueled ghost pops out of nowhere, extremely close to the camera, and scares the living shit out of whoever is watching. Even those that have seen the video thousands of times say it still gets them. After the ghost exits the screen, a message displays in German that translates roughly to
Yeah, that literally just happened. Him and me have both seen this tons of times. It didn't get him, but it got me.
I kind of knew when it was gonna happen, so...
You've never been so awake. This is to stimulate the effect that is generated from the company's energy drink.
Hold on. Okay, 7 minutes.
Number 5, Pretty Woman. This video is just of a man lip-syncing along to the popular song Pretty Woman. Although he is pretty creepy, it doesn't seem that bad. It's just a weird old man singing to a song in a way that makes you feel pretty uncomfortable. However, the backstory can change the feel of this video entirely. The singer's real name is Edward Muscare, and he's actually a real-life registered sex offender. So that instinct of being slightly violated while watching this video was actually very plausible. As part of his probation, Muscare was not allowed to use the internet. And after this video, he was put back in jail for 5 years, where he died from lung cancer. Just a friendly reminder to always go with your gut feeling about creepy old dudes. Bye-bye. Fatal diving accident. I'm sure everyone has had the issue of watching something dramatic where someone begins to drown and you almost feel as if you can't breathe either. Maybe that's what makes this video so scary. Watching the diver delve deeper and deeper into the ocean, all while hearing him suffocate, creates a form of sympathetic panic. This particular diver was doing a bounce dive, a form of diving where you sink to the bottom and use the sea floor to bounce up. This was being done in a place called the Blue Hole in Dahab, Egypt, which is very well known for killing inexperienced divers. His death was caused by a series of mistakes. He was diving using AIR, a form of tanked oxygen that is 78% nitrogen, which becomes intoxicating at low pressures. It should never be used below 190 feet because of the oxygen toxicity, and is rarely used below 130 feet anyways. By 90 feet into the water, the diver was basically drunk. Add that information to the fact that he was only using one tank, he might as well have dived with no tank at all. He was also overweight with equipment, so he had to completely abandon his tank. Furthermore, as if all of this wasn't enough to lead to his death, he was ascending to the bottom completely alone, meaning no one was there to pull him back up or stop him from falling. So the diver's final death wasn't as mystical as many viewers originally thought, and it was actually just irresponsible diving. A combination of nitrogen neurosis, oxygen toxicity, a single tank, improper gas mix, and overweighting killed him. Number 3. Girl goes psycho during makeup tutorial. One of YouTube's most viewed categories is tutorials. People from all over the web flock to get information on how to change a light bulb, and especially